Welcome. Today we're going to be exploring meditation and labeling thoughts. So if you've joined in some of the meditations with me so far, especially if you were here at Skyterra or any part of the Skyterra at home, what we've been working with a lot is the breath and breathing in and breathing out and using the breath as a way to really anchor yourself in the moment. But you may notice that all different kinds of thoughts come up and that the mind wanders. And I want to let you know that that is completely natural and normal for the mind to wander. I mean, try right now to not think. It's impossible. You're going to always be thinking. But what we do with meditation is to not judge ourselves for thinking or wandering, but noticing where we went and bring ourselves back. Some people have a hard time with slowing down and being still because the thoughts almost become very challenging. The emotions may become very challenging, or your mind is racing and it may even stress you out more. I want to let you know that there's ways to work with that. So what we're going to do today is meditate and teach ourselves this technique of labeling where you go. Do you go into the future a lot? Personally, that's where I spend a lot of my time, in this future that doesn't even exist. And through my meditation practice, I was able to observe how often I would go to the future, sometimes to the past. But how often are we actually right here, right now? And what would it feel like if you were right here, right now? So let's go ahead and practice this. So I want you to get comfortable, and that could be sitting in a chair upright, having the spine nice and tall. It could be sitting cross-legged in a seated position, and it could even be laying down. It's really what's comfortable for you. And just like we start a lot of our meditations, just taking a couple of breaths in and let it go. Just allowing yourself to drop into your body, let go of everything that's happened in the day up to this point, and let go of everything that's going to happen later. To give yourself full permission to relax and be right here, right now. So just noticing and acknowledging the mood that you're in and sensations in the body. Just breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in more oxygen, get a little bit more in, breathing it out. Breathing in that calm and breathing out that peace. And just begin to notice where your mind is going. Is it going to the future? You can even label by self-noting. Say, oh, future. Maybe it's a whisper to yourself or saying it inside. Or past. Perhaps it may help you to label, I'm planning again. And while you do this, there's no judgment. You're not doing this wrong because your mind is wandering. That's what minds do. But the longer we sit here and the longer we meditate, often this practice allows us to get lost in our thoughts less. We come back a little quicker. So that 5% of your attention is going to this labeling, and then 95% of your attention is to the actual experience. Allowing what's here to be here. Other words that we use that you may find, your mind is going to the past, remembering, or I'm wondering. I'm list making. Sometimes the mind is fantasizing, living in this future projection of something. Again, none of it is wrong. And when you're in the present, you feel the breath, you feel the sensations in your body, slowing down the breath, stretching out the breath. You may notice when you're actually right here in the present, and you can label that too, present. still, surrendering to what's here right now, allowing what's here to be here. And nothing else needs to happen right now. There's nowhere else you need to be. Present. And if those thoughts come in, just notice how it's like this river of thoughts. And in this river, there's thoughts, there's emotions, there's physical sensations. And you can see this river floating by. Can you just notice and label what you see? So strengthening that internal observer, just watching all of this happen. Accepting what is here right now. Saying yes to what's here. Not pushing it aside, not criticizing it, not judging yourself, not attacking it, or maybe not even creating these elaborate stories that seem to develop around a thought. Just notice, there I am thinking again. Oh, there I am planning. Back to the present. Just feeling the breath, feeling your body. And this is a practice that really helps us get to know and strengthen that observer. So we gain freedom from our thoughts. We don't over-identify with our thoughts that often end up giving us lots of pain and suffering. That story, that narrative that we get so attached to, we begin to free ourselves from it. So can you give yourself that much space, that much freedom? Coming back to the present again and again, as much as you can. And the more you learn this tool, you can do this any point in your day. You may wish to continue with this meditation if you're finding yourself comfortable and relaxed, labeling thoughts, breathing. Another tool to have in your meditation toolkit. So thank you for joining me today. I'll see you next time.